any excuse to put CEX in the title so that people click the video. But CEX sold me a broken disc again. Let me demonstrate. It's going to be hard to show you because of the reflection, but do you see that big ass chip up in that corner? That seems to be stopping the disc from working. And guess what the game is? It's Haze, a game that I'm absolutely cursed with at the minute. So basically, at CEX, this costs £1. It's not all that rare, like I do see it semi-frequently, but this is the second time that I've bought a Haze, and the second time from a CEX that I've bought a Haze that the Haze hasn't worked. So, this year I'm trying to beat 150 games, right? And so far I've beaten about 77, and we're only in the beginning of March, or at least the first third of March. And a lot of these games that I'm trying to beat is anything that I didn't beat when I was a kid, but did play. Haze was one of those. And I was like, it's a first-person shooter from the mid-2000s. That means that it is 4 hours maximum. Because they always are. They always were. And I was like, right, let's play through Haze. Doesn't work. So at some point, go and get another. In other news, what else has been going on? It's been busy in the most boring possible way. Nothing worth filming, but still stuff occurring, I suppose. I'll tell you the stories. So first of all, in that corner, we've got a case over there. So a few months ago, it has literally been over 3 months now. I might have chocolate around my face because I've just eaten a protein cookie. Code Cayle and all that. I should probably put that in the bin. And my bin isn't even in my room. That's the excuse for it not being in the bin. Corsair reached out to assist me in my PC build process, but it's been fairly long-winded. But we're moving. We're moving. Some stuff is arriving today, so I got sent that case. I'm not going to show it off here yet because I need it to be in proper condition. Because full disclosure, the case arrived dented. So I had to go back to talk to them about that. And then today, literally about an hour ago, a replacement top panel for the dented part appeared. So when that is put together, I will film it more. Granted, there is nothing to go in the case yet, but things are on the way to go in the case. It's been a whole spiel. Anybody that's into like PC World over the last few months has seen all of the graphics card drama. Ideally, I would like a 5090 to go in the case, but I also don't want to pay $5,000 from a scalper. I refuse. I will wait. I'm not that desperate. I play games that are 20 to 30 years old on a regular basis. I do not need a 5090 for that, so I'll wait. What else has been going on? What games have I been playing? Let me show you that. Let's do a bit of a gamelog recap so I can show you where I'm up to. So, Dark Souls 1, 2 and 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro, Super Hot VR, King Kong, Portal, Call of Duty Classic, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, Ghost Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, I think I said Black Ops 3 twice. Infinite Warfare, World War 2, Black Ops 6, Cold War, Vanguard, Modern Warfare 2019, 2022 and 2023. And then I did the God of War games, God of War 1, 2, 3, Chains of Olympus, Ghost of Spyro and Ascension. I did not do 2018 or Ragnarok because I just couldn't be bothered with how long and story-driven they are. Got to be in a certain mood for that kind of game. And the rest of the God of War games are very gameplay games. I like gameplay games for the most part. Especially when I'm doing stuff like this where I'm trying to front load the year with as many games as I possibly can, because at the middle of the year and towards the end of the year when new stuff starts coming out, it's going to take me way longer. It's just going to take way longer. If you're wondering, by the way, the asterisk next to the dates means that I've never beaten that game before that one. So the asterisk is the first time that game's been added. So after the God of War games, Kane and Lynch, Dead Men, Kane and Lynch 2, those are games that I played as a kid, never beat, there you go. Army of 2, 1, 2 and 3, Star Wars The Force Unleashed, Battlefront 1 and 2, and Revenge of the Sith, Dishonored 1 and 2, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, Rise Son of Rome, Afro Samurai, Madagascar, the PS2 game, Rogue Trooper, Devil May Cry 1, 2 and 3, DMC, Devil May Cry 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. The reason that there's multiple Devil May Cry playthroughs is because there are multiple characters to play through, and I enjoy doing that, so I did that. So I basically played through the game several times with all the different characters. Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. That is one of the most disappointing trilogies I think I've ever played, because I really love the first Tomb Raider of the remasters, or the reboots even. But the second two changed the formula really quite a lot and just are nowhere near as fun for me. If you play the first one, it's very different than the other two if you play them back to back. And then I did the Resident Evil games, but only ones that I could do a New Game Plus on, because it hasn't been that long since I last played the Resident Evil games. So I did Resident Evil 2 Remake, 3 Remake, 5, 8, 1 Remake and 4. Then I did some Mortal Kombat stuff with Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe and Mortal Kombat 9, and then I had a bit of I felt like playing Borderlands again, so my 41st and 42nd playthroughs of Borderlands 1 and playthrough 2, then Black Site, and then I'm in a bit of a Doom phase at the minute, so 4 games in a row I've never beaten before. So if you actually look, the end of February, I basically haven't played a lot for the last couple of weeks. I played Black Site, Doom 1993, Doom 2, and Doom 3. And as you can tell right now, I am... my controller's turned off. Speaking of which, can we just talk about how good Xbox controllers are compared to PlayStation controllers? Like, I've always been a PlayStation fanboy, right? But the battery on a PlayStation 5 controller is just absolutely abysmal compared to the battery on an Xbox Series X controller. I can beat entire games and an Xbox controller won't die. It feels like every 3 hours I'm having to change my PlayStation 5 controller over though, and it really annoys me. Alright, Gigantor. What are you doing?
I'm bored.
What time are we going to the doctor's?
In an hour. I've got a call to do.
Okay. You just pick your nose on camera?
No, I've got a nose. Breathing.
I'm zooming in.
I chipped my nail.
That sounds
I'm going
tough.
to get it fixed tomorrow.
And how much is it getting fixed going to cost?
Thankfully free.
I doubt it. Time isn't free.
Well.
So, we moved into this house 3 years ago this year, and we've yet to sort out the whole doctor situation. So we did our new patient consultations, which, by the way, we couldn't get for a month after trying to book it. We booked it in like early February, and we couldn't do it until the other day in early March. So, great. This is why we go private, because, yeah. And when we got there, they wanted to do a blood test, and we were like, oh, didn't expect that, but okay. And then on both of us, they cocked up the drawer. On me, they missed. Just had to run to go and get the door. Another piece of components from Corsair has arrived. So we're now at 2 of 4. I don't know where the other 2 are. I don't have tracking from any of them. I don't really know. But anyway, so we had blood tests done, and they missed my vein, which is difficult to do. I don't know how you manage that. And I don't know what they did to Neve, but she bled everywhere and bruised up horribly. So I just don't think we had a particularly great techniqued lady that drew it. And then today we're going to go and try and get the results. Because they've told us they've got the results, but they've not told us what the results are. And I want the full panel, because I get private blood work done every few months anyway, so I need it to keep track. What do you want? What do you want? Who said you could?
Do you know what she did a bit ago?
What did she do a bit ago?
She was sat there, and then she jumped into my lap with all 4 feet. She didn't like hop like that. She just went pop, pop. All in one. All in one. All in one. Please. You haven't got anything, have you?
I do. I've got a treat. You're welcome. Are you ready to go find out what's wrong with us?
Yeah.
Go on then.
Did you tell them?
I said that we've had a blood test and they messed up both of ours and we haven't got the results and we want to go and get them. She only had a car wash the other day. What's this?
I spilt some clay away.
How'd you do that?
The lid wasn't fully on it and it tipped over as I tried to get it out of the cup holder.
Well done. Alright, let's go find out how broken we are, if they'll tell us.
Oh yeah, we're getting the doctor's foot.
Yes, we
Before we go straight to
Don't the doctors close like now?
No, they shut at 6:30.
Oh, it's 20 to 6, so we'll get in there. There'll be 17 old women in front of us. Actually, no, they probably wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, they do.
It'll be the, what is it they get given to get them on? The addicts. They get given something that is like...
Methadone.
Yeah, that's the
and
one.
They have to go to a pharmacy to get methadone.
They'll be there to get the prescription then. So at the minute, this drinking 2 litres of Pepsi Max a day is a problem because they're not on offer anymore.
Yeah, they might be today.
Well, hopefully they're on offer now.
It's not a Tuesday.
But the good thing about when they're not on offer is that I can get them more frequently and make more videos buying them, which then makes more money. So there's that, I suppose. So she keeps buying these, and I'm not convinced that they're actually not dog treats. And
They do look it.
They look like dog treats. They have the texture of dog treats.
It sounds good though.
They taste a bit like dog treats. Are we sure you're not eating dog treats?
Definitely people.
Are you sure these are for people and not dogs? Mm-hmm. Because I think Ruby might like them more than we do. All right, let's go home. Dinner time. Here she comes to inspect the shopping. Is it to your standard, Ruby? You should have seen we had some dog treats. Some peanut butter dog treat button things. You'd have loved them. Probably more than we did. Cost a fortune though. Are you satisfied? Are you good? You been a good girl? You been a good girl? Oh, you been a good girl? Oh, you been a good girl? Oh, you been a good girl? Yes, yes. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. Yeah. Steak for dinner. We've not had a steak in a while. I don't think we've cooked a steak at home in forever. These are actually thicker than normal. Maybe for one
They look really good supermarket steaks actually.
Usually, because we just go supermarket steak, I'm sure there's going to be somebody in the comments being like, actually, because it's a supermarket steak, it's not even real beef, and you're going to overcook it no matter what you do. We don't care.
If
We don't
had
care.
like the USDA beef, like.
I'm not
choice
Googa
prime.
Foods, I'm sorry.
No, but it would be easy if we had that.
We'll put the hot dog on the grill next, won't we, Rubes? That we need to check isn't dented from that one windstorm. You know, when the barbecue blew over a few weeks ago, we haven't looked yet.
I think.
Took the dog to you.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
Spin.
Spin. Down. Good girl. Go some steak. Yeah, take.
Alright, moment of truth. Needed cutting up her steak. They have shrank massively.
Yeah. It's a bit more weather than I wanted.
Cut it again, because
I had slit that bit to
you'd
test
cut that
it.
open, so that's not a fair cut. And that's the end.
It's soft. It's still more done than I would have wanted. That's a nice medium rare though. Trying to slice this slice in half.
You're not doing very well here.
No, I'm really not.
What are you even doing? I think that knife is not sharp enough anymore. Right, now mine. Let's see how this has gone.
Nice medium rare.
I think mine's a bit pinker than yours. It's because you cut yours open halfway through because you didn't trust the process. Despite the fact we have one of those.
No, but I wanted it more rare, and I probably should have left it in. Well, taken it out a bit earlier.
So a few hours later, I'm currently eating a hotel chocolate collaboration with my protein chocolate salted caramel protein bar. And it tastes pretty good. Good. The only complaint I have with it is it's quite dark. It's quite dark chocolate. So when it comes to recommendations on this one is that if you don't like dark chocolate, you probably won't like this. If you do, you will. Cool. Right then, we're back to playing Doom now. And something that's been very interesting about playing Doom 2016, following on from playing all of the other Dooms over the last week, or, well, Doom 1, 2, and 3 anyway, is just how very well inspired by the original Doom 2016 actually is. I'm trying not to show too much blood or anything like that, by the way, because of the whole demonetization thing, so I'm not shooting them from close up like I normally would be with a super shotgun. But for example, like, right down to having the colour-coded keycards to get into places, the secret areas that you can find via exploration, all of the weapons and creatures and stuff that were from the previous games. It's all very cool, because I played Doom 2016 back when it came out to completion, or to credits rolling, and obviously I couldn't, what's the word, respect the history of the game, because I hadn't played them. But now, having played them chronologically up to this point, it's a whole different story, and I think that's pretty cool, is that just how much of the old school elements, nearly 30 years after, they've managed to bring back. Although, to be fair, it probably closer to 20, because what, Doom 1993, so it's 32 years old, and Doom 2016 is 9 years old, and then in a few months' time we've got Doom The Dark Ages, which is also, what, I think that's coming straight to Game Pass, I don't know. Also, yesterday we went to the cinema and we saw Mickey 17. So the premise of Mickey 17 is that two fellas, Stephen Yeun and Robert Pattinson, who forever looks 21 despite the fact that he's nearly 40. I wonder, right, is Robert Pattinson now older than Christian Bale was when Christian Bale first played Batman? Because he really might be. The film was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Mark Ruffalo's character and Toni Collette's character were kind of annoying, but they were supposed to be annoying, but I feel like annoying to the detriment of the film. The film could have done with being 20 minutes shorter, because it definitely felt like it was just dragging on towards the end. Like, some of the scenes were way longer than they needed to be. Some of the emphasis was put on parts of the film than they should have, you know? Like, it's difficult to say what it was without getting into spoiler territory. Film was good. The plot is that the two characters, they escape Earth onto this ship sent to colonize another planet. And on this planet, each person has a job role. Now, Mickey's job, or Robert Pattinson's job, is he's the expendable. He is able to die and be reprinted and copied and cloned over and over again for scientific purposes, or to do the jobs that nobody else can do. And something goes wrong, and for reasons untold, until you watch the film anyway, there are two Mickeys running around at any given time, and that obviously raises the questions of like the ethics and humanity of cloning and whether or not each one is the original or prime version. But it also reminds me of that one duo of episodes from Doctor Who in season 6-ish of New Who with Matt Smith with the Flesh, where it was pretty much the exact same plot. It was like a mining colony, and instead of the real characters actually putting themselves in danger, they would clone themselves with this flesh technology, implanting their consciousness into that, and it looks like them, and they're in control, but then there's some sort of power surge, and for some reason the original versions of themselves get woken up from their pods, but the cloned versions are still also conscious and running around, and now they're arguing over who is the original, and it's very similar plot. And we were thinking, I wonder, did Doctor Who also take inspiration for this story from the book that Mickey 17 took inspiration from? But no, because the book that Mickey 17 took inspiration from was from like 2022 or something like that, which is still a good decade after the fact of the Doctor Who episode, so yeah. But overall, it was decent. There's a lot of stuff on at the cinema right now. There's a lot of decent stuff on at the cinema. We've had a pretty good time at the cinema for the last few months. In fact, I'm a bit of a... I do not abide people talking or being on the phone in the cinema. It's a very quick way for the situation to escalate, trust me. But it has been months now since there's been anyone even slightly problematic at the cinema, even when the screens have been completely full. And it's brilliant because there's no quicker way to ruin a film than the film to be very dramatic and silent for the purposes of plot or dramatic effect, and somebody to just ruin it by making a joke or laughing inappropriately or something like that. That can be a bit of a problem. That can be something really annoying. If you've ever watched a film that's even mildly funny, when people cackle at things that were just chuckle worthy and they don't stop, it's like, can you just, you know what I mean? But yeah, film was good. We've got a few other things booked coming up. We're going to see John Wick. That's being shown in the cinema again. I'm not quite sure why. I don't think it's an anniversary showing. Actually, it might be an anniversary showing. It might have been 10 years since John Wick 1 now. There's Ballerina, the John Wick spin-off. That might also be why John Wick's back in the cinema. I'm sure there was something else. The 30th anniversary of Bad Boys. So there's a Bad Boys showing as well, which would be pretty cool. And yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the first vlog back. Like I said, nothing really happened today besides me playing some games, eating some food, going to the doctors and getting some Pepsi Max. But like, people wanted to see even on days where I don't do anything, so here we are. Subscribe.